I sit here with sadness today to report to you that I'm incredibly disappointed in one of my all-time favorite fighters, my brother, Floyd Money Mayweather.
Disappointed. I really am disappointed. The thing is that Floyd is what they call an independent contractor. And what happens is that when you become an independent contractor, Skip, if you make $230 million, they give you 2 checks or a check for $230 million. It is up to you to take out the deduction and make sure state, federal, whatever else needs to be deducted is paid to the Internal Revenue Service. Floyd, you made $230, and I get it, Skip. I can just imagine getting a check for $230 million. Like, hold on, I ain't see
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that. We're gonna get through this. That's tough because
Floyd Mayweather was once untouchable, the greatest to ever do it. Undefeated with 50 wins, 0 losses, billions in earnings, and a brand built on absolute perfection. But today, that flawless empire seems to be showing cracks. From tax controversies and unpaid fighters to questionable crypto ventures, and now a $42 million Manhattan real estate deal that may not even be real, Mayweather is starting to look less like a dominant champion and more like someone chasing illusions. Now, his upcoming fight with Mike Tyson doesn't feel like just another exhibition. It feels like a final attempt to secure one last massive payday before everything fades away. So what's really going on? Let's break it down. Earlier this year, Mayweather grabbed headlines by announcing what he called the biggest deal of his life. Not a fight, not a sponsorship, but a $42 million real estate investment in Manhattan. He claimed it included 62 apartment buildings with rent-regulated units, the full package. Proudly, he presented himself not just as a fighter, but as a powerful business mogul.
Into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me.
Here's where things start to fall apart. Property records show no evidence that any ownership ever changed hands. Even Business Insider confirmed that none of the buildings Mayweather claimed to have purchased are actually registered under his name. It gets even more questionable. The non-profit organization connected to those properties, the NYC Housing Partnership, stated they were never even informed about any potential sale.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. And I'm pointing like this because all we're in New York City right now. We're in Manhattan. That's what we do. Come on. Almost 20 millions. No partners. All by myself. Over 1,000 apartments. I'm just getting started.
Even more troubling, Mayweather's own team couldn't keep their story straight. When asked to provide proof, his real estate firm introduced a man claiming to be James McNair, one of Floyd's longtime business partners. But there was a glaring issue. His voice didn't match McNair's real voice at that point. It didn't just raise questions, it raised serious doubts.
And even Mike Tyson. But what's so disappointing with me, Skip, Floyd Mayweather has gone through this before. What is it that you don't get? And I'm even more disappointed because you're on Instagram and on Twitter flaunting your opulence. You got bales and bales of money. You might have 30, 40 racks up in front of you. You got Bugattis and Enzo Ferraris and private jets and yacht and you big ballin'. And you won't cut these people their money? Now, Skip, I believe that he would have taken this fight anyway. It's hard to turn down $200, $300 million, Skip. But it looks to me that a major driving force between him, because I always thought it was Conor that wanted the fight. He wanted the big payday.
Yep.
But deep down, Floyd needed this payday. because he got to settle a score. And let me tell you how the IRS works.
Do you have experience?
I have experience with him.
Okay.
The whole situation feels like a classic case of smoke and mirrors. Was the deal ever real, or just another PR move by Mayweather to showcase wealth that might not actually be there? Either way, it reflects poorly on a man who built his entire image around money and success now that once glossy reputation is starting to fade.
Crazy that everybody keep asking me, why you not coming back to fight? Why you not coming back to fight? So I look at the fight game, I said, okay. I said, you know, fighters fighting, they make 3 million, 4 million, 6 million, 7 million. Some may make 10 or 20 million. But I'm doing exhibitions and I'm making 20, 25 million, 100 million for exhibitions. So why would I come back and fight and get a guaranteed 35 million when I'm doing exhibitions and getting 100 million?
This isn't the first time Floyd's finances have come under scrutiny. Remember the IRS controversy? Back in 2017, just before his fight with Conor McGregor, Floyd reportedly asked the government for a grace period to settle his tax bill. It was a shocking contrast. The same man who constantly flaunted stacks of cash on Instagram was suddenly unable to pay what he owed.
How does that guy not pay taxes? How do the people around him, how do the lawyers that I'm sure that he employs, the financial people that are probably running his life, telling him to stop spending $1 million a day, how do they not deal with his taxes?
Well, listen, he apparently had a tough time reading the thing, as they say. Like he didn't know what he couldn't read, like
that's BS.
Something.
That is BS.
They said something.
Time
like
out.
that.
He is paying. I'm sure he's got a litany of people in his world.
I happen to agree.
Financial management people.
You think so?
You know, how long before he's suing somebody for mismanagement of funds? Like, you know that's happening.
You'd certainly think so. By the way, they announced. I'll get your calls in a second. They did announce the pricing for Mayweather McGregor. $100 for a high def, $90 for standard def. So there you go. So it's exactly what the Mayweather Pacquiao fight was. $100 pay-per-view.
And it wasn't just a one-time issue. Over the years, Floyd has reportedly faced multiple tax liens, and each time, the pattern looked the same: a flashy lifestyle, questionable financial management, and a sudden rush to secure quick cash. That's exactly why people are now side-eyeing this Tyson fight. Is Floyd stepping back into the ring for entertainment, or because he needs another payday? And let's not forget the Logan Paul situation. In 2021, Floyd faced Logan Paul in an exhibition bout. The fight itself felt more like a spectacle than a serious contest, but the real controversy started afterward. Logan Paul publicly claimed he never received his full payment.
You fight Floyd or something?
Yeah.
Did he pay you to lose?
Nah,
what happened to
no, he didn't pay me
at all.
He didn't pay me. I think I won that fight. I think I won. He didn't knock out a YouTuber in 8 rounds.
Floyd's my homie. He's a cool dude.
Fucking tell him to pay me, bro.
How much you owe you?
Probably between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
For months, Logan went public, even threatening to sue. He roasted Floyd on podcasts saying, "He owes me money. Pay me, Floyd."
Go through this with Mayweather?
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it's honestly bullshit. Like having people who aren't a professional promotional company control where the money goes is like, we made that mistake. But, you know, it's Floyd Mayweather, so before we fought him, we kind of were willing to do whatever, and now after the fact, we're kind of shooting ourselves in the foot.
Yeah.
Because he's a scumbag. But now that we know that, and everyone else who fights Floyd should know that, like, don't let him control the money.
Would you ever fight him again under any circumstances?
No, he wanted to. He reached out. And,
yeah.
But, like,
no?
Yeah.
What about double or nothing?
Yeah. Double or nothing. Yeah, I already got nothing, bro. So
Can we get a photo?
It was fun though?
Cool. Yeah, of course.
So you're gonna change the way you do business when it comes to boxing now?
Yeah. Me and my brother.
Thank you.
Sure, of course. Yeah. I gotta go, y'all, but.
Thank you so much.
You had fun doing it though?
Oh yeah.
I think we're done,
Most
guys.
fun of my life, dude.
Thank you so much.
Think about that for a moment. Money Mayweather, the man who boasts about 9-figure paydays, was now facing claims that he couldn't or wouldn't fully pay a YouTuber who stepped into the ring and gave him what was arguably one of the easiest nights of his career. It's the kind of contradiction that only adds more questions to an already messy narrative.
That guy was doing shit in the ring I'd never seen before. Yo, one time I was like hunkered over and I was like by his hip and he kind of had me in a headlock. Motherfucker opens his glove and puts his hand over my mouth.
Stop breathing.
So I couldn't breathe. I'd never seen this before. And opposite side of the ref. He knew where the ref was. He knew to cover my mouth. Straight up in the middle of the fight, I'm like, what? And I get up and I'm like, what the fuck? I just missed 2 breaths. Fact. Smart boxer, you know, that's the guy who's been to the ring before. He's smart. He knows his way in and out. No, I got paid. I got paid. Just not in full. Like a couple million somehow that is just missing. Where did the money go? Floyd said he could afford a Jeff Bezos-sized jet from the money he made from that fight. I ain't got a fucking jet. What the fuck, dude? I'm missing a couple mil. We're gonna find it, bro. We'll see you in court. The art is happening. Just like, mark my words, we're coming for you. We're coming for your millions and the last of your change.
If you're not paying fighters, if you're being called out by influencers, your legacy is taking hits outside the ring.
And everybody in the crypto world is competing with one another. Whereas I feel like everybody should be able to choose what they want to choose and go with who they want to go with. I think everybody should work together. And what I always did was I believed in myself. Before anybody else believed in me, I believed in myself.
And then there's the crypto controversy. Floyd has been linked to several questionable crypto projects over the years, including Centrate and Ethereum Maximum. His name was used to promote these ventures, many of which later faced lawsuits and accusations of misleading or scamming investors, especially fans who trusted the endorsements tied to his celebrity status.
What's going on? What's happening right now?
The SEC later fined Floyd Mayweather Jr. for failing to disclose payments he received for promoting ICOs. In simple terms, he was paid to promote crypto projects without clearly telling the public those endorsements were sponsored. That lack of transparency led to regulatory penalties and further scrutiny of his involvement in the crypto space. It's another controversy that doesn't sit well with his money image.
At one point, you were getting celebrity endorsements. One was DJ Khaled, hilarious, and Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
And he posted on his Instagram him taking this what do you call it? The Centra card?
Centra card.
The Centra card. And going and purchasing something with his Bitcoin at a store.
Yeah.
He did that knowing that it didn't work.
Floyd Mayweather doesn't know anything that's going on, really. So like what
we all know that.
Yeah.
The guy can't read,
Yeah.
How much did you guys pay him?
Like $1 million.
He took that knowing or not caring if it worked?
It was just knowing, not knowing, right? Like they didn't care. He does a million promotions like that. It was basically you speak to his manager.
Yeah.
He's like, this is Floyd's price. You send the money over.
Yeah.
The manager makes his little cut from it.
Mm-hmm.
And he just says, what do you want me to say? And what do you want me to do?
Okay.
Right. And you just basically give him his script and he just does.
For a man known for being sharp with money, Floyd Mayweather Jr. has repeatedly found himself surrounded by financial controversies. And that leads us straight into the next chapter. The highly anticipated blockbuster showdown, Floyd Mayweather versus Mike Tyson in 2026.
Well, Tyson, if there were some prearrangement for this fight, Tyson's animosity, well documented towards Floyd. Any chance that he's going in there and saying, hey, screw all, I don't care what agreement was made, if there was one at all, I want to kill this dude?
Nah. He gonna get a check. Floyd's gonna get a check. And they're gonna get a check that's real huge because of their names. So nobody's finna fuck their money up.
On paper, this fight is historic. 2 legends, 2 icons colliding. But when you strip away the hype, it starts to feel different. More like spectacle than sport. Mike Tyson is pushing 60, while Floyd Mayweather Jr. is approaching 50. Neither has competed at the elite level in years. Still, the financial stakes are enormous. With Netflix, sponsorship deals, side bets, and merchandise all in play, the event is expected to generate millions. And that's exactly why Mayweather is involved. Not to prove anything in the ring, not out of love for the sport, but because another massive payday fits perfectly into the lifestyle he's known for maintaining.
It was recently said that you're going to be fighting Floyd Mayweather. Why the hell did he agree to fight you? That seems like a bad decision by him.
Well, listen, I was minding my business. I'm flying my birds, tending to my children, and he's the one, he came with the sign. His name was on the contract signed already. And he was talking really bad and nasty to me. And so I was like, God damn. I thought we were friendly, talking great.
He's all right.
That's got to be such a cool thing for boxing fans, Mike, to have two of the all-time legends in there. Are you excited just to see the thing of that, like it was with you and Roy?
Nah, man, we want to get him, man. What you talking about? Start talking crazy, like kick his ass.
He doesn't know what he signed up for.
Yeah, I told the exhibition. He's talking crazy.
So he's like, but Mike, come on, man. He can't be doing anything to you. Like, that's a bad decision by him.
Hey, he made a good money choice, though.
Evander Holyfield is reportedly helping prepare Mike Tyson, and Tyson himself looks motivated and locked in. On the other side, Floyd Mayweather Jr. seems to be operating more in businessman mode than fighter mode. But fans are now asking the real question: does Mayweather actually want this fight for competition, or is he simply chasing another massive payday?
People will watch. Yes, people will watch. And then at the end, bro, clip this. They're going to go, Mike Tyson versus Floyd Mayweather was the lamest thing I've ever seen. I can't believe I actually tuned in. That's the last Tyson fight I will ever watch. No, it won't be. People have short-term memory. They're going to forget about the last Tyson fight they saw, even though we all know what he looked like. And they're going to watch Floyd versus
that. And that's precisely is why you need to do what you're going to do. Do you, dude. It doesn't matter. Do not listen to other people ever.
Here's the truth. Every move Floyd Mayweather Jr. has been making lately feels less like dominance and more like survival. From real estate controversies and disputes involving unpaid fighters to crypto-related criticism and a growing list of exhibition bouts, the narrative around him has shifted. It's no longer about greatness or legacy. It's about staying relevant. Mayweather once dictated the world of boxing. Now, he's chasing headlines, facing retired legends and YouTubers instead of prime contenders. Claims of massive deals and billionaire-level ventures have only added more skepticism. The aura of invincibility that once defined him is fading, and fans are starting to see through the smoke.
Floyd, I thought you had a big jet. 6 windows. Try 14.
Social media hasn't been kind to Floyd Mayweather Jr. lately. When the Manhattan real estate deal surfaced, fans quickly mocked the situation, turning it into jokes about buildings that don't exist and branding the shift from Money Mayweather to Funny Mayweather. When Logan Paul later claimed he wasn't fully paid for their exhibition bout, the internet piled on even harder, with critics questioning Floyd's finances and credibility. Now, with the upcoming Tyson fight, the reaction is split, but loud. Many fans are openly saying they don't want to see it, calling it just two aging legends cashing in for one last payday.
There's Floyd Mayweather versus Mike Tyson in an exhibition bout in 2026.
I don't know what to say anymore. This whole thing is a big sell, and it's an exhibition, and you're going to get hoodwinked again, and they're going to move around, and nobody's going to get hurt. And that's the state of boxing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can reference, well, they've had bad blood in the past. Cool. One of them is 50 years old. He's 48, but we'll just say 50. Floyd is 50 years old. Mike Tyson is 60 years old. This isn't your normal 50 and 60-year-old. This is a very weathered, hard miles, 50 and 60-year-old fighting for your entertainment. I have no desire to watch this.
That's a far cry from the days when Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Manny Pacquiao broke records and had the entire world watching. But here's another angle. Maybe it's not just about money. Maybe Mayweather is addicted to the identity he built. Not just the wins, not just the money, but being Floyd Mayweather itself.
Canelo, choose one, please.
Guys, we gotta go. We don't.
Can you elaborate on why Crawford is better than Mayweather? Just a little bit of detail.
Oh, he can switch. He's very smart guy. He's better.
Think about it. Floyd Mayweather Jr. spent decades at the very center of the boxing universe. Every move he made was front-page news, every fight an event that stopped the sport. But time has moved on. The new generation has taken over, with names like Canelo Alvarez, Terence Crawford, and Gervonta Davis now shaping the direction of boxing today.
Who do you think's better out of those two, Crawford or Mayweather?
I think Crawford is better, bigger. Like he's actually he moved in weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fighter. Mayweather's really good too, though. You can knock him as well. He's very talented. It would have been a tough fight, but I think Crawford would have the edge over Mayweather because of the long arms and because he's bigger. You know what I'm saying? And he would have kept him at bay. It'll be hard for Mayweather to counter, maybe. But Mayweather's definitely a technician. I mean, like Crawford said, Mayweather has his era, and Crawford, this is his era.
So maybe Floyd Mayweather Jr. isn't just chasing paydays, maybe he's chasing relevance, and that might be an even harsher reality. Of course, there's always a chance the fight with Mike Tyson shocks the world. If Mayweather somehow outboxes him or the event delivers real fireworks, he could briefly earn back some respect. But even then, it would likely be short-lived, because everyone understands the context. Tyson is pushing 60, and this isn't prime era competition at best. The fight buys Mayweather another headline. At worst, it ends in disaster. And if Tyson were ever to seriously hurt him, the carefully built 50-0 untouchable image could take a major hit in an instant. So where does that leave Mayweather's legacy? He's still 50-0. Still one of the greatest defensive fighters in boxing history. Still the man who generated more money than anyone the sport has ever seen.
How much money could you reasonably walk out of this fight with?
350 million.
$350 million.
Yes.
Wow. I know you love money, right? I mean,
it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
What do you do with all this money?
And, cash is king.
Do you have an ATM card?
I'm the human ATM.
Outside the ring, his legacy has become increasingly complicated. From tax disputes and lawsuits to questionable business ventures and promotional controversies, Floyd Mayweather Jr. is no longer viewed through the same flawless lens he once was. Where his name once stood for perfection and dominance, it is now often surrounded by debate, criticism, and ongoing scrutiny.
You'll see reports. You mentioned 100 million for Floyd. The reports are 130. First off, he's never gotten 100 million for a fight, and not even remotely close. But there's reports of 130. Wow. There's reports online that Floyd's a billionaire. There's reports that he was the highest paid athlete in this year and this year over Cristiano Ronaldo.
You think it's bullshit?
I know it is. And there's public companies they do business with. HBO would be one of them. Find an executive to back the claim. It's never happened and it won't be.
And how do you know it's bullshit?
He makes very good money, because I know the fight business. I've been in the fight business my whole life.
That's why some people believe it might be over for Floyd Mayweather Jr., not because he lost in the ring, but because he may be losing the battle for public respect outside of it. So the question remains, is this really the end of Mayweather's era? Has Money Mayweather finally lost his shine, or does he still have one last surprise left with the Tyson fight? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Floyd is truly struggling financially, or will the Tyson fight restore his image or damage it even further? Don't forget to like and subscribe to The Fight Corner. I'll catch you in the next video.